Hi there, I Must Travel readers. I'm Casey, and today I'll be sharing with you a little bit about my travels around the world. So far, I've been to over a dozen countries, covering Australasia, Europe, and Africa. First up, let's go to Japan. Meet my set of Kokishi dolls, which I got from there. Japan is truly a wonderful place year-round, but of course, in spring when the cherry blossoms bloom, that's the best time to go in my opinion. I traveled around Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto, and visited some shrines, took pictures with the Harajuku crowd, and of course, a lot of sushi and the local food. But be careful, because while venturing into these restaurants, most of them don't have English menus, so you just might end up eating horse or bear meat, and worse still, their innards. Next, Indonesia. Meet the trio of cats I got from Bali. There are so many temples in Bali, and covering them all can be quite a drive. Bali's beaches are great, but I do prefer the higher ground, the volcanoes, where the weather up there is perfect to laze all day with a book or to play card games with friends. I love Bali's nightlife and equally love their coffee the morning after. Then we have China. China's history sites are plenty. The Great Walls and Forbidden City in Beijing, and the French Quarter in Shanghai are just must-visit sites. There's plenty of nature too around the country, with great landscapes in Lijiang. Modern Shanghai is great for shopping, and the food there is great. Well, once you finish ordering in sign language, that is. Then there's the cuties. No, not this, but this at the Beijing Zoo. It's time for Africa. South Africa is the most beautiful country I've ever visited. It has also a very painful past. I would encourage all to visit the places, museums, prisons, and townships relating to the struggle against apartheid. Everybody knows that game here is plentiful on land, but not many know that South Africa is also known for its wildlife in the sea. You can dive into the sea in cages to view great whites, or also go whale watching. We move on to Vietnam. I enjoyed the visits to the war museums and the Chu Chi tunnels the most. The visits to the tunnels actually started off with a narrative on how a young girl fought and killed a dozen other well-armed soldiers and became the local hero. Yay! Both times I was in Vietnam, both times I chickened out on snake wine. Pretty nasty looking stuff. Last but not least, Great Britain. Meet my family of gargoyles. There's the Tower Bridge, Big Ben, Westminster, Buckingham Palace, etc. places of interest to visit in London. Further out of the city you have Hampton Court, residence of King Henry VIII, the king who killed almost all of his wives. Tip before you go, please watch all 4 seasons of the Tudors, and I promise you your visit here will be much more enjoyable. Thanks everyone for dropping by. Please visit masstraveller.com.